Hey guys, Mark Lyon here, Lion Horses. Today I got a little topic I'm going to talk about, and this is about interns. And today I've been working around the ranch a little bit. I'm over here at Dan James's place and hanging out for a few weeks, and he's got a few things that I was helping him with, and we put in a couple of waters today, jug waters, and yeah, they're really good waters. The one of the things with putting those in is you got to know a little bit about plumbing and a little bit about, they've got a concrete pad they sit on. So you got to form up a concrete pad with, there's a tube that goes down the ground that gets the geothermal heat from the ground and brings it up into that jug water so it doesn't freeze. And so you need to know a little bit about doing some concrete work, and it's not super technical, but got to know a little bit about it. Anyway, so today I'm going to talk about when you're interning. So if you, and I'm going to make up a couple other little videos about interning, but if you want to intern with somebody and you think that, most of them, it's a little bit of a trade of, you have some time and you're going to clean stalls and saddle horses and maybe wash horses and stuff like that. And in return, you're gonna trade a little bit of education for that. So you're gonna like I say, you're gonna saddle horses and clean stalls and feed a little bit, and then they're gonna teach you some of their stuff about horses. And so that value proposition that you're presenting is skewed in their favor, right? You're maybe $5 to $10 an hour is what you're worth, or what you're bringing to the table, because we can find somebody to do it for $5 or $10 an hour that'll clean stalls and feed. So and especially if they're providing a place for you to live and maybe some food and stuff like that, you got to take that into consideration, the benefits that you're getting. So the problem with that is, if they're very good, if they're good enough that you want to learn from them, they're getting $100 an hour for a lesson. Like, if they're worth listening to, if they're worth learning from, they're probably getting $100 an hour. And so that means you have to work, at least 10 to 15 hours to get a lesson, or to get an hour of education. So, when you're doing that, it's not super skewed in your favor. So one way you can really help that is to come with bring a little bit more to the table. So I was thinking about it today, and I thought, if I was going to talk to an intern or somebody that was looking to intern, and they said, hey, what do I do to really put myself apart from the rest of the people? What I would tell them is, go to maybe a vocational school, or go to community college and take a couple courses in plumbing, a couple courses in welding, a couple courses in electrical, a couple courses in just like basic carpentry. Just learn how to build some stuff. Like, learn how stuff kind of goes together, how it fits. When you show up at a place, there's going to be some fencing that needs to be fixed. There's going to be a water hydrant or two that's leaking. There's going to be some hoses that are leaking. And if you know how to fix those, you're going to rise above the rest of the people. So at the bare minimum, if you show up at a place, I've yet to be, okay, maybe there's been one or two, but the majority, the 99% of places I've been to, have a hose that one of the ends is leaking, because it's not sealing right, or maybe the washer's missing, the rubber washer's missing, maybe it's just not put together correctly, or whatever. If you want to make a mark, if you want to set yourself apart, get so that you can fix that hose, fix a leaky faucet, stuff like that. If you can do that, if you can just fix some basic stuff around there, those guys are going to be like, who fixed the hose? It's not leaking now. Oh, such and such did that. Oh, well, my golly, you got to keep them around. So if you want to set yourself apart, know some basic maintenance stuff. Somebody the other day, they were posting on Facebook, hey, can anybody come fix this cord? It was a cord on the end of a appliance. It's actually on a fencer that livestock had chewed the end off of. And I was like, if you want to be an intern, like, that's a pretty handy thing right there. I mean, it doesn't take 5 minutes to figure out how to put a new plug on the end of an extension cord. Like, that kind of stuff will set you apart and make that person go, we need to pay attention to that person and make sure they don't leave. We don't want them leaving. They're more valuable. So if you want to be an intern and you want to be the kind of intern that they don't want to leave, that they don't, like most interns, you have a little drama come up and they're like, sorry, you got to go. Because it's like, look, we can find another one. Like, it's cleaning stalls and feeding horses, and if you don't want to do it, hey, we'll go get another one. So if you want to be the person that they don't want you to leave, they really like you staying and they think you're valuable, then be valuable. Learn some of those things. Learn how to put a new end on an extension cord, fix a hose, fix a leaky faucet, fix a squeaking gate hinge, put a new post in the ground, fix a fence, that kind of stuff. That thing will cause your boss to go, hey, we need to make sure that person stays around, and they will treat you accordingly. So anyway, just a little top tip for you guys that are thinking about interning. Learn to do some basic stuff. Drive a tractor. Like, learn how to drive a stick. Learn how to back up a trailer. It's one thing to be able to learn how to hook up a PTO on a manure spreader. Lots of little tiny things that I see interns now and they can't do it, and you have to teach them, and you're like you should know how to do this stuff before you show up. So anyway, that's my little tip for today. Remember, we're all trying to be the person our horse deserves. Hope this tip helps.